Hey, what's going on, fellas? Happy Thursday morning to you. Hopefully you're doing well. Morning's off to a good little start. I can guarantee you your morning's off to a better start than mine. Want to know why? Went to bed last night at 10:20. Not too bad. Generally around the time that I normally get to bed, around 10:30. So 10:20 was when I laid my head down. Got woken up at 12:05 a.m. to my youngest son. He's about 20 months old. The diaper had fallen off. Yeah, the diaper had fallen off. There was piss everywhere. On him, on the crib, on the sheets, everywhere. Get him clean, get him situated. He wanted no part of going to sleep. So if you're sitting there thinking, hot damn, does he look a little tired this morning? Does he look like he's worn out, gotten his ass kicked? Yeah, I've been up since 12:05 in the morning dealing with that. And then, like I said, he didn't feel like going back to sleep. So I've been playing in the playroom since 12:05 in the morning. What? 12:05 in the morning? Not fair. Not fair. So, yeah, hopefully your morning's off to definitely. Is it hard to not be off to a better start? Like, that's pretty terrible, right? Waking up to that piss show in the morning and then staying up since 12:05 in the morning. So, all right, fellas, rough little start over that day. So, again, I know you guys are doing well out there. We're having fun around here, helping you guys put some money in your pocket. I do want to say I do apologize again for the echo. Still trying to get this room together, so bear with me. Next couple days there will be some echo. Hopefully get some stuff hanging up here on the walls and can get rid of that for you guys. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump on into that recap. Let's see how yesterday went, and then let's go ahead and talk some bets for today. So there we go right there. Toss that recap on up there where we get to spell Wednesday correctly. There's only one way to spell it. It's W, it's I, it's N, it's S, D-A-Y, Wednesday, baby. And plus 1.69 units. Love to see that right there. Let's talk about those cashes yesterday. What about Kikuchi over 16.5 outs? Were you guys watching that? You guys got to help me out. That was one of those games where you kind of forget that it starts, or at least the start time. And then you look at it later and you're like, oh, fourth inning. The White Sox have 0 runs. He must be absolutely cruising. This is going to go to an easy cash. I think he had like 58 pitches at that point. And going into the 6th inning, I think I saw he only had like 75 or some pitches. And he only gets 2 outs and immediately gets the hook. Whoa, boy, we go from what would look like an easy cash to winning that thing on the hook. I wasn't watching that game, but just to allow one base runner and he steals second, and all of a sudden you haven't given up any runs and the manager gets nervous and gives you the hook. Oh my God, did we get fortunate to go ahead and get a cash there, but we love to see that one right there. Unfortunately, Gray did trip us up over 5.5 Ks. He was nowhere near striking out that many Reds. I think he ended with 1 or 2 strikeouts. Michael Walk under 4.5 Ks, kind of the same scenario. They knocked him around a little bit, but he just was racking up Ks earlier on in that game, which, because then once the Cubs got to him, he wasn't striking out anybody, and they were putting up damage. So unfortunate right there. But we did hit that Cubs F5 team total over 1.5, and I put that little smiley face up on there because you can't give me the Cubs at 1.5. Talked about it on the Payoff Pitch. It's too damn good of an offense. Can't give me that offense at 1.5 runs. Love that cash right there. Royals F3 team total under 0.5. We sweat 3 consecutive NRFIs. We didn't have to sweat all that much. Zach Gallen was dealing once again. He goes out for his 4th straight time of not allowing an earned run. That guy's absolutely on a heater right now, is Zach Gallen. So love to see that cash right there. And Phillies on the money line. They come through for us right there. A bet where we didn't need it to turn a profit. We could have gone 3-2 and held off from that bet, but we tailed that one. That was Hockey Squirrel's best bet on the Payoff Pitch. I'll go ahead and ride his best bet to a nice good plus money cash, so it's Philly. So love to see that right there. Love to see that day right there. 4-2 and plus 1.69 units. Now up on the week at plus 3.12 units. Love to see that right there. What about a little bit of a heartbreak yesterday, guys? Remember that soccer parlay I shared with you guys? Oh, that thing was so close. We did get both teams to score to hit in that Forest versus Brighton game. Easy one right there. That one finished 3-1. Then you can see there's the red. Chelsea can't score. Chelsea can't score. Chelsea is in an absolute mess, and I know Chelsea is in a terrible form. You don't have to tell me that. I watch just as much Premier League as you do. Oh my God, Chelsea can't score at home against Brentford. Otherwise, we get over 2.5 in West Ham versus Liverpool, and we get Erling Haaland to get a goal and Man City to go ahead and get the win as Man City dominated Arsenal. You know where they won that game? Haaland up top was unstoppable. They could not stop Haaland. But you know where else that game won? Gundogan, De Bruyne, and Silva is significantly better in the midfield than Odegaard, Xhaka, and Partey. That's where they won that game, was in that midfield. Gundogan and De Bruyne were putting on a masterclass over Xhaka and Partey. They dominated the midfield yesterday. And they're going to be the Premier League champions right there. But yeah, just really unfortunate we couldn't cash that soccer parlay. And as if, like, you lose that and then I don't need to be reminded how bad Chelsea is. Look at that. Since Frank Lampard's taken over at Chelsea, he ain't done a goddamn thing right. Now, I know, but I thought they could score a goal at home against Brentford. I sure as hell didn't think they were going to get a result. Look at that. Frank Lampard's getting his ass kicked in his return to Stamford Bridge. Nothing but L's, baby. Oh, man. Tough one right there to go ahead and lose that soccer parlay. I thought we had a good one cook up. Let's go ahead and jump in that comment section, and then let's talk about today's soccer. I got a little bet to go ahead and reveal for you. I feel you, Brian. I think it is going to be another good day. I love where that mindset's at, Brian. Love that right there. Good morning, Ross. Happy morning to you. And Tim, good morning, my man. Good morning, Tim. Good morning. Adrian had Man City over 1.5. Yeah, you asked me my opinion of that bet on yesterday's show. Told you absolutely love that one. Probably just overlooked that one myself, to be quite honest. I should have played that. What an easy one right there. Liverpool over 1.5. Their team total, we talked about it on Between the Posts. It's going to be a nice play on the run-in. So nice hit there, Adrian. And Chelsea over 1.5. Oh, that was a parlay. Chelsea ruined it. Chelsea sucks. Yeah, sorry, man. They ruined my parlay, too. You weren't the only one that got tripped up by Chelsea right there. So, man. How about Aaron Rodgers? He's finally a goddamn Jet. Yeah, that's right. Took an absurd amount of time for them to go ahead and work out that trade compensation, but Aaron Rodgers is now a New York Jet. NFL draft. Are you guys excited? Drop in a comment. Let me know, obviously, who your favorite team is. I know a lot of you guys is who your favorite team is, but let me know what you guys want to draft. I've been so disconnected from the NFL. I mean, I know what our needs are, but I don't know which. I don't watch college football really at all. I don't even know who the Bills are projected. I don't know who the guys are that, or the positions that we need. I'm going to hope that the Bills in round one go interior lineman. That's really sexy. Or they need another linebacker to replace Tremaine Edmunds. If they can get a middle linebacker in round one, if there's a good stud middle linebacker, they need one. Obviously, Tremaine Edmunds signs that big mega deal with the Chicago Bears. I remember NFL draft day as a college student. I once was so damn excited and looking forward to the draft during college. We would set the cooler of beer right next to the couch and make it one of those like all day affairs where you didn't even have to get up from and go get another damn beer because you got the cooler right there next to you. Only time you got up was to take a piss. Otherwise, it was right there, glued. You got 6 or so of your buddies around with you, and you're just bullshitting football all day long. Love the draft growing up as a college kid. Won't be doing that tonight. Obviously, times are a little bit different with 2 kids, but I'll be half keeping attention and looking to see who the Bills draft. And again, let me know who you guys hoping to pick up as well. While we do that, let's go ahead and throw up a soccer parlay. Just missed yesterday's. This one will be a free roll as well. You guys saw from yesterday's recap, we made $2.28. That's that famous DraftKings weekly gift promo, goal in first 10 minutes. So we made $2.28. Let's go ahead and spend that today. Here's how I'm going to do soccer parlay today. I'm going to hope that there's over 2.5 goals in Southampton versus Bournemouth. Think it can get there. Think it'll be sweaty. There's a reason why it's at plus money. Barely at plus money. It's a small dog. But I do think we're going to go ahead and get there and get over 2.5 goals in Southampton versus Bournemouth. I think both teams to score will hit at Everton and Newcastle. Everton's been by far better at home under Sean Dice. When they go on the road, it's kind of an ugly scenario, but they're at home. When they're at Goodison Park, they can, generally speaking, get a goal. And Newcastle obviously love them to get a goal. It'll be tough scoring on Eddie Howe, but remember the whole Eddie Howe, Sean Dice? Like, that's a Burnley versus Bournemouth rivalry from back in the days when these two clubs originally entered the Premier League. I don't know, call it 8 or so years ago when he was at Bournemouth and the other one was at, like I said, Burnley. So I do think that they will know how to attack each other, and both teams to score will hit in Everton versus Newcastle. And then for the other one between Tottenham versus Manchester United, I'm going to take the first half under 1.5 goals. First half under 1.5 goals. Look, I said it when Manchester United was going up against Sevilla and Bruno Fernandes was out due to the yellow card suspension. He's questionable for this game. He suffered an ankle injury in that FA Cup semifinal against Brighton. If they don't have Bruno, they're going to struggle. Every time they don't have Bruno, they struggle to create. You saw it at Sevilla, was your latest reminder of how much they just can't create without Bruno. He is by far the best player on that team, and it's not even funny. And do not put in a comment on this video that Marcus Rashford is the best player. No, Marcus Rashford scores goals because Bruno puts his ass in such damn good positions to score the goal. Bruno is the guy. Without him, they'll struggle. Hopefully he doesn't start for this bet. If it does, it'll certainly be sweaty. I'm expecting 0-0 at halftime, but if Bruno does play, maybe it is going to be 1-0 at halftime, but that game's going to stay under. Spurs are an absolute mess. They're not going to want to give up goals, obviously, coming off a game in which they gave up 6 to Newcastle. They've obviously fired their manager. They bring back Ryan Mason. Ryan Mason was their interim manager. I believe it was when they fired Pochettino. I don't even know how many years ago that was, whenever they fired Pochettino. But they used Ryan Mason a previous time as a caretaker manager. He's going to shore up things. He's not going to get his ass kicked like they did up against Sunday, up against Newcastle. So looking for that first half to stay under 1.5 goals. So that's how we'll do it. Hopefully we can take that $2, flip it to $15 like this screenshot says, and then hopefully we can obviously flip it again. So that's how I'm going to do soccer. No individual bets, no official plays for me. Just a good old free roll there of over 2.5 in Southampton versus Bournemouth. Both teams to score will happen in Everton and Newcastle, and under 1.5 goals in that first half between Tottenham taking on Manchester United. All right, jump back on in this comment section. Good morning, Ed. Morning, my man. Hope you're doing well. You just put 2 units on Juventus and under 2.5. Is that today? Do I need to bet this with you, Fish? I'll come along for a good under. You know me for an under in soccer. You don't have to twist my arm. Games are generally low scoring, and you're talking Serie A low scoring, talking dirty to me, Fish. Is that game today? That game was yesterday, and it finished 1-0. Nice hit, Fish. Can't even tell it. Broncos traded all your All right, well, just sit back, enjoy a drink, and watch the competitors maybe not get as good, right? They know the competitor is going to get good, and their rivals in the division will get good, but hopefully they don't get much better than you, Ross. Hopefully, man. That's tough. You hope the Raiders draft someone who won't get in trouble. That would be nice. That would be nice. Sorry, man. Sorry, Corey. It'll pop in. Newcastle over 1.5 at plus 110. I mean, under 2.5 goals is hitting all but one home match for Everton under Sean Dice. It's kind of going to 1-1, 2-0, something like that, Adrian. I wouldn't go too crazy. It is at plus money. You know Newcastle is going to get 1 goal. I mean, Newcastle is just playing out of their mind right now. They look like a top 4 team. They just got to hold off Liverpool. It looks like Liverpool is making one hell of a charge for that top 4 spot. You know you're going to get a goal, so a chance to double your money for a second goal. I don't hate it. I can't quite get there just knowing Sean Dice, but I like it. Hey, all good, man. Sorry I couldn't tail it. What are you talking about? I thought it gets easier. Corey, you telling me it doesn't get easier? I was looking for the easier. There's actually a pretty funny TikTok. There's this guy who talks about the phases of his kids, and like when you're in whatever phase you're in, you're just like, oh my God, I can't wait to get out of like the baby phase, like kind of how I got screwed last night. And I've been up since call it midnight dealing with, a wet, messy, pissy bed. Like I'm sitting here thinking, I can't wait to get out of that phase. And then here's this guy that makes a TikTok. No, then you just fall into another shitty phase that you can't wait to get out of. And then you come out of that phase and you fall into another shitty phase. Yeah, they just keep rolling, Corey. So, hey, guys, I'm excited for Payoff Pitch. It's obviously live in about 5 minutes at the top of the hour at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I've got some good bets. I've even got some good leans. I'm going to do another free roll today in baseball. That's how many good opportunities today I think we've got on the MLB slate. So hang on tight. It starts in about 5 minutes. We'll break down this thing, and we will look forward to helping you guys put some more money in your pocket on this great day. Ed likes Celtics minus 3.5 in that first half. Celtics have been the better team. Is that a home game? If that's a home game, that feels like a smash spot if it's a home game. Oh, it's at Atlanta. I mean, Boston's definitely better. Is Atlanta going to get the win and force a game 7 back in Boston, or can Boston go on the road here in Atlanta? Either way, I still like it. I mean, they're the better team. I think obviously Hawks got lucky. I'm not watching basketball, but just from reading up on it, looks like the Hawks may have gotten lucky last game. So I like it, Ed. I like it. All right, let's we got about 4 minutes. Let me go find us a Hockey Squirrel, see what bets he's going to go ahead and give us on the payoff pitch. And yeah, I can't wait to talk today's baseball slate. We got a nice baseball slate, fellas. All right, hang tight, and I'll be back with you here shortly. Loving the energy, by the way, fellas. Loving the energy. Yo, yo, what's going on, fellas? Happy Thursday morning to you. Hopefully you're doing well. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us on today's episode here of the Payoff Pitch, live every single day at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, powered by the great company there of Bet Openly, where you win more and lose less. We've got some good news and some bad news on today's show. Part of the bad news is, obviously, there is no Hockey Squirrel. Not quite sure where he is, but we'll be flying solo today. Other bad news is I've been up since 12 o'clock this morning. Yeah, 12 o'clock this morning dealing with, kids issues. So that's bad. I'm tired as hell. Jacked up on coffee. I already talk fast. I'm well aware that I talk fast. I'm so jacked up on coffee. Hopefully I don't get away from myself and talk extra fast today. Good news is, though, being up since about midnight, I've done all the handicapping. I've got picks and I've got leans for days. I've got a nice healthy menu as we go ahead and run through this thing to give you guys bets galore and, again, leans galore. So look forward to that. So there's the good news and bad news of being up since call it midnight right there. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and jump right on into the action. We call it Around the Bases. We like to take a couple of games and, of course, break them on down for you guys and give you guys bets and leans along the way. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's start off with this Dodgers taking on the Pirates early this morning, afternoon, however you look at it. This game starts at about an hour and a half there in Pittsburgh. I'm really looking to back this Pittsburgh Pirates team. This Pittsburgh Pirates team, which is actually grades out better than this Dodgers team. Look, the Pirates have also swinging a really hot bat offensively. They got 7 runs in game 1. They got 8 runs last night. The Pirates are averaging 3.52 runs scored through the first 5 innings, and they come into this game hot. And I mean hot versus left-handed pitching. They're actually, when you look them up versus left-handed pitching, they're a top 3 offense right now against left-handed pitching. Their slash line is 374. They're hitting 374 in over 100 plate appearances versus left-handers. They're hitting 374. Their on base is 438, and they're slugging 560 with a very low K percentage at 15.1%, with a very high walk rate at 10.4%. This is an offense that is absolutely clugging right now and just putting up astronomically good numbers. And they're going up against Urias today, which he may strike you out. He's going to kind of be like a Blake Snell, right? He's going to strike you out. He's going to issue some free walks, and you're going up against a team that averages 10.4, or their walk rate is 10.4%. So that's a bad combination right there. And they're also just hitting the ball again at 374 against left-handers. So I love this matchup for the Pirates through the first 5 innings. I think they'll have no problem getting over 2+ runs in the first 5 innings. And at plus money, yeah, sign me up. I'll gladly back this hot Pirates offense right now. So that'll be one bet right now. Another game I want to talk about here and Around the Bases is Cardinals-Giants. Cardinals-Giants. I like over 8.5 runs. Over 8.5 runs in Cardinals-Giants. You see these two offenses trending up, and I give you guys the stats all the time, and I never say, the Pirates are hitting 374 in the last 10. It's always assumed all the stats I give you are in the last 10. So I look at these numbers obviously every day, and every day you just move the line over one day, right? Offenses aren't killing it right now for the Giants and Giants, but they are coming up, and they're steadily coming up. They've gone from bottom 10 to now they're both sitting about middle of the pack. And the reason is, you've seen the last 2 games, there's been 9 runs and 10 runs. They're coming up. And you get Logan Webb and Mike McCullough on the mound here today for the Giants and Cardinals. Both of these guys can get roughed up. Particularly, McCullough can certainly get roughed up. Logan Webb, I think, will be good for a few runs in his own right. But then we get into these bullpens where both bullpens are sitting in the bottom 10 across the opponent's batting average, across FIP, ERA. Both bullpens are in the bottom 10. And then you've got a Cardinals team that should be hungry today. They're trying to avoid a 4-game sweep. That would be crazy if the Cardinals get swept 4 games by these Giants teams. So you've got 2 offenses that are trending up. You've got 2 terrible bullpens. You've got 2 starters that I think are each good for about 2, 3, 4 runs apiece. This smells like an over 8.5 runs. You've seen it hit in the last 2 games in this series. So I like over 8.5 runs between the Cardinals and the Giants today. All right, let's go ahead now, shut up and pitch. This is where we give you guys some pitching props on today's show. Let's do Dylan Cease. Dylan Cease here of the Chicago White Sox under 6.5 Ks at -108. His last 3 starts have cashed this, going 6, 5, and 5. Love to see that right there. One of those performances where he cashed in his last 3 starts was against the Tampa Bay Rays. It's a repeat performance. He just saw these Rays 5 days ago, and he got 5 Ks up against the Tampa Bay Rays. We've seen with Dylan Cease in 2002, there's a blueprint of how does he do when he sees an opponent, and then what does he do when he comes back relatively quick and sees the same opponent again. Well, it happened twice in 2022. He saw the Guardians team Then he saw the Guardians team 2 starts later. He went from 8 Ks all the way down to 4 Ks. Happened again in 2022 up against the Red Sox. Faced the Red Sox. Then he saw them again 3 starts later, went from 8 Ks, and it got reduced all the way down to 4 Ks. So a guy that, he's got good strikeout stuff, but he's not able to put it together in a repeat performance, so to speak. And this one's an absolute repeat performance because this is 5 days later. The only concern with this one in my mind is that White Sox manager. He has a knack for leaving the guys out there. We saw it at Dylan Cease's last start. You saw it in Lance Lynn's start when we tried to do under 6.5. That's the only worry, but I'm not too worried with this one because it is a repeat performance, and he has such a big drop-off when he faces the same opponent in a relatively short time period. So that's why I'm willing to do it. If this was not a repeat performance, I wouldn't do that because that White Sox manager, he must bet the over on all of his goddamn player props for his guys because he just leaves them out there. They're getting beat around, and he doesn't care. He's like, nah, I bet the over. Your ass is staying out there a little bit longer. Not too worried at the repeat performance. So go ahead and take Dylan Cease under 6.5 strikeouts at minus 108. Another one I want to look at is circling back to that Dodgers-Pirates game. What about Urias? They're the Los Angeles Dodgers. What about over 4.5 hits allowed at minus 120? It's cashed in 3 of his last 5 starts. Again, the Pirates are hot versus left-handed pitching, hitting 374. So maybe if the runs don't come, and maybe if you get burned on the team total, this guy's not going to be able to escape damage. When you're hitting 374, you're going to be getting some bases. It's just going to come down to, can they then get the timely hit, which is going to score some runs? They are going to be getting hit. So love that right there. And when it cashed 3 out of the 5 times, the 2 misses were both on the hook. So it's not like he's, not giving up hits. He's either cashing or you're right on the hook. A hot Pirates team hitting 374 versus left-handed pitching. Go ahead and give me Urias over 4.5 hits allowed. All right, so those are the pitching props. Let's do long shots. You guys hear that? What's the best dog? What's the best dog to you? What do you think, guys? What's the best dog? There's a team that we've actually kind of been fading a little bit here lately. What do you think? I'm going Pittsburgh Pirates. How can you not like the Pittsburgh Pirates? You're getting the better offense. The better offense. This is still a Dodgers team that is full on struggling. Now they're going up against Mitch Keller, who's had a nice start to his season. This is not your 2022 Mitch Keller where you just fade him. Take the over hits allowed. Take the under strikeouts. Take the under pitching props out. No, not this Mitch Keller. Not the guy who's throwing his fastball faster. It's up 3 miles per hour from last season. A guy who's got more break on his breaking balls. I think this Dodgers team could struggle again. We mentioned how hot this Pirates team is offensively. Bullpen edge is a massive bullpen edge for this Pittsburgh Pirates team. A good across the board. We know that because remember when the Dodgers team was going up against the Cubs, and there's a reason why we kind of like the Cubs. They were our dogs. The Dodgers bullpen is full on struggling. Better starter? Probably a wash. Probably a wash between Urias and Mitch Keller if we're being fair. But give me the better offense. Give me the better bullpen. That's your best dog today. It's your Pittsburgh Pirates at home today at plus 140. All right, let's go ahead now and get to keep swinging. We like to give you guys some hitting props. Let's stay with this Dodgers game one more time. There's another stat in this game that absolutely sticks out. There's a lot of good dream matchups in this Dodgers versus Pirates game. What about Freddie Freeman? Freddie Freeman over 1.5 total bases. He's 4 for 6 off Mitch Keller. All of them are singles, which maybe gives you pause and maybe you just do over 0.5 hits. But he's just really good up against Mitch Keller. They get that lefty on righty matchup. You do get a Pittsburgh Pirates bullpen that is about 238 for opponents' batting average. So when he gets in the bullpen, I still expect him to get damaged. We're the away team, so we're getting all 9 innings guaranteed. He's hitting 289 on the season, so Freddie Freeman is coming in this matchup, obviously, with some good momentum, hitting 289. He also hits second in the lineup, so love to see that. You're going to get a lot of at-bats and a lot of attempts from Freddie Freeman. So I like him to go over 1.5 total bases. Another player I like today is DJ LeMahieu. DJ LeMahieu is going up against Andrew Haney. He's 6 for 12 against them. That's batting 500. 6 for 12, batting 500. Not bringing a lot of power to the plate. So for him, I'd probably just do an over 0.5. I think he's a great candidate to go ahead and get a hit. You can find him about minus 200. So I think he's a fantastic parlay piece. It's DJ LeMahieu to go ahead and get a hit. All right, let's go ahead and now get to It's a Steal. I like to give you guys my favorite NRFI of the day. What's my favorite NRFI of the day? Royals, Twins. Royals, Twins is going to go ahead and be my favorite NRFI of the day. You got Tyler Mahle on the mound there for the Twins in 4 starts. He has yet to give up a run in those 4 starts. 2 hits, 1 walk, and 1 K. Love that. Zach Greinke's on the mound right there. He's had 5 starts. He has given up 1 earned run. It was via the solo home run, so it wasn't like he got knocked all around. Just missed with 1 pitch and gave up a solo home run. That happens. 5 Ks and 6 hits. So love that. 2 starters who are coming out strong in the first inning so far in 2023. The Twins are 27th at home in runs scored in the first inning at .17. In fact, in their games at home, the NRFI for them, just them, the NRFI is hitting 91.67%. Whew, love to see that right there. And the Royals are 22nd on the road at runs scored in the first inning at .33. And when they're on the road, the NRFI in their game is hitting at 66.7%. So I like the NRFI in this matchup. So give me Royals Twins. No run the first inning. That's going to be your NRFI of the day. Let's get to 7th inning. We call it coming to a stretch. I like to give you guys my best bet. This is the bet. The absolute best bet today is this one right here. I got a bonus for you. I got 2 best bets. Hell yeah. I couldn't decide. Such a great board. Remember we said yesterday, what do you not give us? What can you not give us? Anybody remember? Can't give me Cubs F5 team total over 1.5. Can't do it. You can't do it. Well, you can gladly do it, and I'll gladly take your money, sportsbook, and that's what I'm going to attempt to do today. Give me that Cubs F5 team total over 1.5 at -150. Seth Lugo has allowed his last 2 opponents to go ahead and get this cash. Diamondbacks and Brewers. Cubs offense is significantly better than that. Cubs offense currently right now has not even dropped off. They're still batting 2nd best across the major categories versus right-handed pitching. The Cubs averaged 3.04 runs scored in the first 5 innings. That has to be a best bet. Cubs F5 team total over 1.5. And then what's going to be my second best bet? Those Rays. That's been one of the best bets to us all season long. The Rays F5 team total. Gladly back this Rays offense going up against Dylan Cease. We just saw this 5 days ago. We played this 5 days ago. We got a cash 5 days ago. And they give us the exact same number against Dylan Cease at a very good juice at -125 for over 1.5 runs. Yeah, sign me up. Obviously, the Rays offense is tremendous. They average 4.24 runs scored through the first 5 innings. That's an absolute no-brainer. All right, 8th inning, double play. This is where I give you guys my favorite parlay of the day. And you know what? It's Thursday. It's NFL draft. Maybe the bar tab's going to be a little bit heavy tonight, fellas. You're out making sure your NFL team approves. A double play is not going to do it. Your bar tab's going to be too hard. They're too high. You guys need a triple play. Triple play, fellas. You guys ready for this one? Go ahead and parlay those Angels. Go ahead and parlay those Yankees and parlay those Twins together. A little 3-legged money line parlay at +219. You're getting all the advantages with those Yankees taking on the Rangers. See now they're facing that left-hander there in Haney. They've got the better bullpen up over those Rangers, do those Yankees. Angels with Shohei Ohtani on the mound. Go look at the back of the baseball card when he's faced the Athletics. He dominates this team. I remember talking about this because this is who he opened the season up against, was those Athletics. And just remember justifying it from 2022. He kills the Athletics always. And of course, the Athletics coming into this game struggling versus right-handers. And then the Twins today taking on... who the hell were the Twins taking on? I don't think I remember anymore. Who are the Twins taking on, fellas? Who are the Twins taking on? Pull up my phone here. Can't remember quite right now. Who the hell were they taking on? Being up since 12:05. I'm tired a little bit. Who are they taking on? Who the hell are they taking on? Why can't I find that game? Is there a pitching change? Shit, it's not on the book anymore. Was there a pitching change? Oh boy. Oh yeah, they're taking on the Royals. Oh yeah, without the Royals just can't hit anything. Twins offense is picking up. Twins actually have the better bullpen advantage. I'm getting nervous for this game actually for a second. Hold on. Why? Okay, never mind. DraftKings was acting stupid right there. All right, so that's it, fellas. Let me go ahead and throw my bets over the screen. I see a lot of comments rolling by. I generally don't answer the comments, but obviously with no squirrel here, let me jump in those comments section. First, let me throw my bets up. Hold on. And I'll hop in that comment section. And yes, we do have, obviously, guys still in our house working, so if you're wondering what the hell that annoying sound is, that's the contractors in the background doing some work. All right, so there's my bets, guys. Cubs F5 team total over 1.5. Rays F5 team total over 1.5. Pirates F5 team total over 1.5. I did not talk about it in the rundown between the Orioles and Tigers, F5 over. It's an absolute system play. We just saw this pitching matchup 5 days ago. System play for me. Simply put, system play. And it's been treating us well already in 2023. You guys remember from my weekly MLB recap that I do every Monday. We're doing good on system play. So look forward to cash another one. And then the cash cow. That's right, Zach Greinke. Didn't need to talk about him. I wanted to include other guys. Everybody knew this bet was coming, Zach Greinke. If you're new to this program, we are 5-0 betting this bet and cashing this bet this season. It treated us awfully goddamn good last season, and it's off to a hot start this season. 5-0, Zach Greinke under 1.5 walks. All right, let's jump in these comments, and then I'll do rapid fire on my own. What's up, Ed? You like Braves money line? All right, hold on. We're going to turn this crap off for one day. Hold on. Let's turn this stuff off for one day so everybody see it. Here we go. So Ed's got Braves money line. They're taking on the Marlins. I believe, what was that matchup? That was Braxton Garrett versus Bryce Elder, I think it was. I like it. It's probably going to be, Kyle Wright. Probably going to be low scoring. Angels F5 -0.5. Yeah, Ohtani crushes the Athletics. That's a good one. I like it. The Braves should get it done. Braxton Garrett's going to be tough, but thankfully, the Braves hit left-handers better than right-handers, and they're struggling versus right-handers, but they're not struggling versus left-handers. So they should actually hit Braxton Garrett. So I like it, Ed. I like it. Look like you guys at work the night shift. I am tired, man. If you missed the opening show, I've been up since midnight. My son, or no, you already know that. You saw that. Sorry. Yeah, I'm tired, man. Graveyard shift bets, right? Morning, Nick. What's up, my man? Yeah, he's on the bump, baby. You know we're betting him. You guys didn't have to wait for me to give out that bet. 5-0. You don't have to wait for that bet. You're saying Cardinals is the big underdog today. I like it, Jimmy. I like it. Like I said, I'm on the over. I don't have it as an official bet, but obviously I talked about it, justified it. I like the over. I like it. My Colas, though, is so bad. That's why I just like the over more, Jimmy. I mean, are you really relying on my Colas to deliver a win? He's been bad. I hear it, though. It's hard to sweep a team in a 4-game set. I don't think the Cardinals get swept, but it's hard for me to lean on my Colas. I just like the under a lot more. Yes, sir. Zach Greinke day. And the Twins are taking on the Royals. Thank you for that. All right, let's go ahead and run through rapid fire. Let's talk about all these games from money line, run line, and over-under perspective. You got the Marlins and Braves kicking it off here with an over-under of 8.5. Marlins at plus 150. Braves coming in at minus 175. Because the Braves are that much better versus left-handers, I don't think Kyle Wright is anything exceptional. I'm going to take the over. But I do like the Braves money line as well. Dodgers and Pirates, over-under of 7.5. Dodgers minus 155. Pirates at plus 135. I like the Pirates. Again, they were my dog of the day. Just too many advantages over this Dodgers team. And, man, if the hot bats come, the Dodgers are in full-on trouble. I'm going to take the over. The Dodgers actually had good numbers off of Mitch Keller from last season. I like the over. Give me the over 7.5. And that Dodgers bullpen is bad. Mariners, Phillies, over-under of 8.5. Mariners minus 105. Phillies minus 115. Got Kirby taking on Strom. Strom should have some good success when you look at the numbers against the Mariners. They're not like struggling where you want to fade the Mariners, but there's a pathway for the Mariners to struggle today up against a left-hander and Matt Strom. So because of that, and maybe because we hit a great plus money cash yesterday with the Phillies, I'm going to back the Phillies again today, but I like the over more. I think I do like the over a little bit more than backing the Phillies. Padres and Cubs, over-under of 8.5. Padres at minus 113. Cubs come in at plus 115. I'm going to keep taking a stab at the Cubs. Ridiculous. They've got the way better bullpen. They've got the way better offense. Starter-wise, okay, maybe not, but I'm getting the bullpen and the better offense. So I'll take the Cubs at plus money. I can't really take an over. This Padres offense is struggling a little bit too much for my liking to take an over. So I'll just take a Cubs at plus 115. Cardinals and Giants, over-under of 8.5. Cardinals plus 135. Giants minus 155. Again, I like the over here a lot. Two struggling bullpens, offenses that are picking up. A lot to like in the over on this one. If I had to pick a winner, I'd probably go with the Cardinals just because it is a 4-game set and just can't see the Cardinals losing all 4 of these suckers. But Webb is the better, and if you've been following baseball, it really does come down to that starting pitcher. And Webb is better than Mykola, so but I'm not doing minus 155. I'm taking the over. I don't care about a winner. Give me the over. Athletics and Angels, over under of 8.5. Athletics plus 245. Angels come in at minus 295. For sure, like the Angels to win the game. In terms of an over under, there's a path for this under to hit as well, because the Athletics don't touch Ohtani, and the Angels are just decent, versus left-handed pitching. And JP Sears is pretty good. He's better than the back of his baseball card. So I like the under 8.5 between the Athletics and Angels. Orioles and Tigers, over under of 8. Orioles minus 150. Tigers plus 130. The exact same pitching matchup we saw 5 days ago. Expecting a lot of runs in this matchup. I'm going to go ahead and take the over 8 in this one. Obviously, I've bet the F5 over 4. Rays and White Sox, over under of 7. Rays minus 150. White Sox plus 130. This is another one, repeat pitching matchup. That's why we're on Dylan Cease under 6.5 strikeouts. Now, what do you think is going to happen with McClanahan going up against this White Sox team? We know White Sox cannot hit left-handers, right? We got a good cash yesterday with Kikuchi staying under his outs. How much is hitter familiarity going to help out of seeing McClanahan 5 days ago? That's the big unknown. McClanahan's a good one. He can mow down a lineup, and obviously this White Sox team is just full-on struggling. I mean, god-awful how much they're struggling. I'm just going to back the Rays in this one. Got to back the Rays. I don't see Dylan Cease keeping the Rays quiet. He didn't keep them quiet last time. We cashed at F5, expecting that F5 to cash. I'm taking the Rays at minus 150. Nationals and Mets, over under of 8.5. Nationals plus 200. Mets minus 240. This is one where, do you want to trust maybe some of the early season numbers where, remember, we backed the Nationals versus left-handed pitching earlier this season. Looking at the numbers in this one, they only, though, in the last 10 days have 31 plate appearances versus left-handers, and they're not been doing well. They're actually struggling mightily in those 31 plate appearances, but it's 31 plate appearances in the last 10 days. So that means they haven't really seen a starter. They've just been seeing bullpen dudes come out of the bullpen. If they hit left-handers like they have on their season-long numbers, the Nationals at plus 200 could be a fantastic dog. The Nationals have better bullpen numbers than the New York Mets over the course of the last 10 days. So the Nationals could be a very, very good dog today at plus 200. Royals and Twins with an over-under of 8. Royals plus 170. Twins come in at minus 200. Like the over, like the Twins. Like Zach Greinke staying under 1.5. Walks best bet in that game for sure. Yankees and Rangers, over under of 8. Yankees minus 165. Rangers plus 140. It's Garrett Cole up against Haney, and Garrett Cole has been outstanding so far to start his year. Yankees should do some damage up against the left-hander there in Haney. I like the Yankees on the run line there, and that's the last game. All right, that's how we're doing it today. Any more questions? Did anything roll in? Because that's how I'm interested in betting baseball to date. No other questions rolled in. All right, fellas. Your guess is just as good as mine as what happened to the Hockey Squirrel. Hopefully we'll get him back on in here tomorrow so we can preview Friday's slate together and set you guys up for money-making weekend. Thank you guys for hanging out, and thank you guys for all the great comments. You guys bring the energy and the passion of this show each and every single day, and I greatly appreciate it. Go enjoy your Thursday. Look forward to ringing that cash register with you guys all day long as these games and bets unfold. All right, have a good one. Enjoy NFL draft night, and we'll see you guys back here tomorrow. See ya.